Okay, so some of the keys that we want to talk about with the bat and what we're trying to do with the bat. Okay. We want, first of all, we got to have separation. The knee has got to always be inside this foot. If I come out over this foot at any point in time, the weight comes to the back side of my foot. If the weight is not in the big toe or the ball of the foot and the inside of the heel. So to be a round number, I say inside the shoestring, and that will torque us here. As I do that, watch this hip. If I come out over this hip, I'm not hinged here because the weight's here. I can't push forward. So if I'm inside that foot, you're gonna see I'm gonna automatically have a hinge. This hinge, this right here is what is so important for us to turn later on. You'll notice if I'm here, my hands have to work through here. Well, if my hips are in the way, they can't work, and now I'm gonna be out here, and that's where we start casting and things like that. The other side is with this hip, okay, it has got, everything is gonna turn around our spine. So that's our spine. Everything is gonna turn this way. So if I stand up, I turn here. I can't hit that low pitch. I've got to be able to hinge, be inside, and turn. And then you'll see, I just go to it. It's very, very, very simple. It sounds harder than it is, or it feels it. It's really not. We're here, and we turn. Now, separation. What we've got to do is allow the body to stretch. Hitters are afraid to be late to the ball, so they rush, and they just get right here. Well, if you look, my hands are leading my hips. That's not how it goes. Hips have to lead the hands, okay? The only way for us to do that, the most common thing that you see in hitters, and it is all new hitters, you will not find a new hitter that is not taught separation that does this correctly. So don't get upset, but this is a fact, and it is a must to be able to have a successful sequence, all right? Our hands and our foot, when we go to move, must separate. Now, how they go, it doesn't really matter to me. You're gonna have to find it. But this knob, this foot must go away so that this hip is leading. What we see all the time, and there is absolutely no stretch in this side of the body. If we time one 100% perfect, maybe you do well. On a tee, you can. But you'll see my weight's here. It's very hard. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, you can lean back on this and still do it, but we need to be here. And how this foot and all that, that's a whole nother thing. But this and this must separate. Okay? Now, we need the lats to separate. The body works as a coil, so we're trying to coil it up so it's fast. If you want your swing to be fast, and you want your hands to be fast, get stretched. The more tension that you have through here, as this elbow comes back, I'm gonna feel that lat stretch. I want the lat to stretch. Now what I'm not doing is, this is common, there's no stretch because look at that lat. So I try to tell people, easiest way is take this chin to the front shoulder. And then all I'm gonna do is take my back shoulder to my chin. I'm gonna sequence. And that is your sequence.